Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility on this Wednesday. Every Wednesday, new review day here on the channel across all the different genres we discuss on SOT. Today, everybody's talking about this album. I've had it for a few days now. I've listened to it a bunch of times, and I'm ready to talk about it. Jon Anderson and the Band Geeks. The album is called True. It's true, it's true. Yes, it's truly a terrible album cover. We'll get that out of the way first, right? Yeah. Not very imaginative Frontiers Records. And of course, he's on Frontiers Records now, right? Because Jon Anderson wouldn't show up on Inside Out Records because, of course, that's where Yes is now. Why not be on Frontiers? Because Frontiers is the label that loves to scoop up all the veteran rock, hard rock, metal, and prog acts from yesteryear, have them on their label. Sure, why not? So let's take a look at True here. All right. John's looking all sorts of cool on the cover, right? It's just not a very imaginative cover. For all the people that are like, crying and screaming that this should have a wonderful Roger Dean cover artwork on here, if you look at John's 16 studio solo albums, he's never worked with Roger outside of Yes, so that's probably not going to happen. Maybe they don't get along well, I'm not really sure, but in the booklet, I tell you, in the booklet there are a couple of shots that I think would have made for a better cover. You get full lyrics here, of course. That's a nice shot of John, right, with this cool background. That might have made him a little more interesting cover, perhaps. More lyrics. There's John in the studio, looking all sorts of smooth there. But quite frankly, there you have John in the full band. Couldn't they have done a shot with everybody on the cover? And I don't know. Anyway, let's get past the cover art. We all know it's no good. Or cover photograph. Photograph and art, right? It's it just doesn't make this look at all like a prog rock album, because it is a prog rock album. This is a pretty wonderful album, and most people are talking about how really strong of an album this is, and it absolutely is. Now I've got a whole bunch of Jon Anderson solo records, mostly the older stuff. I haven't really been keeping up with his more recent solo output, but as someone who has seen Jon Anderson live a few times in recent years, I saw him with the the high school kids. I forget what the name of the school is, School of Rock, something like that, or whatever it's called, a couple of years ago. That was absolutely terrific, playing all sorts of classic Yes stuff. I've also seen him with Rick Wakeman and Trevor Rabin, that time they did that tour a bunch of years ago. What's that, probably 6 years ago now or something like that, and he sounded great. So this guy has really held on to his voice quite nicely. But some of his solo stuff to me is a little kind of soft and a little bland, what have you. So when I heard he was coming out with this, I was interested because I've heard enough of the Band Geeks to know that they're serious players. And of course, Richie Castellano from Blue Oyster Cult is in the Band Geeks. He's playing bass and a little guitars and keys on this album. Andy Asolis on drums, Christopher Clark on keyboards, Andy Graziano on guitar, Robert Kipp on keyboards and guitar, and Anne Marie Nocio. I gotta tell you, the type on this CD booklet is microscopic. I'm even wearing my glasses. I'm trying to read this stuff. And of course John on vocals. This band is super talented, and if the intention was, and they do lots of prog covers and whatnot, they're known for that. If the intention was to get together with John and go into the studio and produce an album that sounds as close as possible to classic Yes, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished, because this is probably the best Yes-related album I've heard in, I don't know, probably since the Keys studio stuff, right? Those studio tracks on the Keys to Ascension live albums, those are all terrific. I find this way more enjoyable than anything Yes has done since then. Yes, more fun than The Ladder, more fun than Mirror to the Sky, which, I don't think is all that bad. But have I reached to listen to this since it came out? Like a couple weeks after it came out? No. Are, more enjoyable than Union? More enjoyable than Big Generator? Yeah, I would say this is the best Yes-related studio album since 90125. This is, and it just sounds like 70s Yes. Other than like maybe a track or two, which are okay, but the rest of it is just top shelf stuff. And they get all the little moves like classic Yes. I mean, down to, Richie's playing Rickenbacker bass, you can tell. He's got the Squire moves down. The guitar player, what's his name again? Andy Graziano. He's got a lot of the little kind of twists and turns that Steve Howe always throws, especially in classic Yes. These little fills and little leads and things like that, and this off-kilter stuff. But he's got a pretty cool tone on this album. There's lots of great keyboard flourishes from Robert and Christopher. Got two keyboard players on here. Right off the bat, True Messenger, terrific song. A bunch of the tracks are a little on the lengthy side, which I really like. True Messenger is absolutely great. John sounds spectacular. Shine On, Counties and Countries. Those are the first three tracks. Those are awesome. Really good. I mean, what a great start to the album. Arguably the best songs on the album. But the rest is really good too. I really like Build Me an Ocean, Still a Friend. That's pretty good. Make It Right, terrific. Realization Part 2. Really like that a lot. Once Upon a Dream. I mean, John just sounds magical on that. Really good. And I love the fluttering guitars and the keys, whatever. It's just got this Yes feel. Just taking me back to like Going for the One and, Relayer and that sort of thing. And just John is just dropping in all this wonderful lyrical magic about this, that, and the other thing. Thank God is the last track. That ends the album. I never like albums that end on a really soft, mellow note. That's probably the mellowest track on the album. That's more kind of like a pop song. It's fine for what it is. But I think everything that comes before it is just so much better. And like I said, I've listened to this a number of times now. And it's really good. It just, honestly, this sounds way more like vintage Yes than this does. Just my opinion on that. I know, yes, there's plenty of Yes fans who absolutely love that. I don't dislike it. Merit to the Sky is okay. But, for me, a lot of these more recent Yes albums, just, I play them for a bit when I first get them, and then I never have a need to reach for them again. This, with each listen, is getting better and better and better. I really like this a lot. I'm going to give it an easy 4 out of 5 star, probably approaching a little bit higher than that. And like I said, John sounds just amazing. His voice is held up so well, and the instrumentation is great. The bass playing is so good. The keys, the guitars, the drumming, everything on it, just really magical, Yes-like music. It's delivering what we've wanted from Yes for the longest time. To me, that's a triumph. And that's a reason why this is getting 4-star. Might even get a higher score as time goes on. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, 4 out of 5 to me is damn good. And like I said, might even go up a little bit more. But I urge everybody, if you are a prog rock fan, if you are a classic Yes fan, and you've been waiting for another Yes album that's going to give you those warm and fuzzies like the old days, True is the album that will do it for you. Jon Anderson and the Band Geeks. Excellent, excellent stuff. And the great thing about this, too, is that none of it sounds like they're rehashing anything from classic Yes songs. Right? There's nothing that's like, oh, well, that sounds a little like that song. And, oh, that sounds a little like that song. It doesn't. It just sounds like Yes. And that's the important thing. So, yeah, go check it out. Jon Anderson and the Band Geeks. True, it's a winner. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page, our channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there, and we'll see you soon. Might have another one or two here for you today. It's going to be another busy day here on this Wednesday, What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility Day. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.